Really good is coming this far. Maybe I just need to be more thankful, give my offering. And see what my life offers me. Maybe I need one more life, a little more shade, another head back, or maybe just a day. Meditate and watch coming Netflix. Or maybe I just need to find my arms necklace. I'm reckless, and I know enlightenment doesn't matter. I'm out of the paradigm, I need to change my pattern. Or maybe go to Saturn.
In my journal, like, where did she go?
Good morning.
I'm stuck here, I'm stuck here, feeling insecure, weakened in the shore. Eyes turning green, jealousy, telling me that my dogs are closing, so I had to force emotion, keep my spirit floating, and knowing the competition I'm feeling, and the opposition I'm feeling, and opposition once I understand that the power in the time, and I create a harmony, the sound into my mind. So in my head, heart and saddle, holding on to and once I find my center, I'll begin to flourish once again.
Good morning. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Just waiting for a couple others to join us this morning.
Trying to figure out just so I can go. It says give it time, it'll be alright. She's looking bright, yeah, I might be tired. But today I woke up crying. Hey, my energy is dying. So maybe I just need one more life and a little more shade. Maybe I need one more life and a little more shade. Maybe I need one more life.
Good morning. Good morning. Peace and blessings, family. Good Monday morning. Good morning. Okay. Good Monday morning. Monday. Good morning, everyone. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Monday morning rituals. So it's just a blessing this morning to rise and shine. We're having a little rain here in Atlanta. It's a little rain, a little misty outside. So it's a cleansing Monday morning. Okay. So this morning, I just want to start with our prayer and meditation. So if you can sit somewhere comfortable, if you are home, if you're on your way to work, you can just listen in, and I will share this video later on so that this way you'll be able to do the ritual today. So good Monday morning, October 16th, and all is well. So taking a deep breath in, hold and release. So we want to feel the breath in our body. Allow breath is life, and allows us to be able to experience ourselves, be fully in the present moment with ourselves. And so that's where we need to be this morning. So taking a deep breath in, hold, and release. Good deal. So just be mindful of your breath this morning. Be mindful of your energy in your body, and allow yourself to be present today. So, universal God of love and light, source of all, of everything that is and ever will be, we thank you and we're grateful for this day. We're grateful for another opportunity to be able to choose to create, and choose to serve. We ask for provision today. We ask for divine provision for those that just need a comforting voice today, a comforting touch. Allow those that are in the need to be able to receive the energy so that they may choose and they may create the divine lives, the divine purpose. We thank you. We thank you for all that you're doing, all that you're revealing to us. We open ourselves and our hearts to be able to receive the energy of love today. We ask that as we walk out into this day, that we are able to connect with another who needs to be able to just need one more thing, one more, just a voice to say it's okay, a touch to allow them to feel that they're here in this experience. We ask that you just rain on us with love and light today. Give us what we need to continue to pursue purpose. We accept and we avail ourselves and allow ourselves to stand in the power that you have placed on us. We are powerful. We are powerful. And we are here to do the divine work in the earth realm today. Place patience in us. Give us patience today. Allow us to take the time to just sit in your glory and to feel the grace that falls on us as we extend grace to others. Extending grace to those that are in need today, to feel grace. Grace is a powerful, powerful energy, and we just thank you for it. And with all that we say, Ashe, amen, and it is so. So I was sitting in meditation this morning about, what is it that we need today to be able to do, move forward, do our work, have the motivation to keep moving. Like, what is it that we need to be able to keep going strong, to keep, our steps are ordered. And so what do we need today to support us in that? Like, what do we need from spirit? What do we need from the ancestors this morning? And so what I heard in my spirit this morning was about self-healing, doing our own self-healing work. And so I just want you to hold on to that for 1 second and just allow yourself to feel what it is that you need for your own healing today, okay? And healing is not just about the physical healing. That's part of it as well. But there's also emotional healing and spiritual healing and even in mental healing as well. Like what are we playing in our minds? What are we filling our heads with? What are the thoughts and the conversations that we're having within? And so this morning is about awakening the healing process within ourselves. Like, we hear about, going to someone to help us heal, and that's fine, well and good. We all need each other, and we all have different gifts and specialties that we can help with each other. We're all a resource. There's source, the source of all, and then we have been created to be a resource from source, because we're all made in the image of God. And so we are a resource for one another. And so with that being said, yes, we do need one another to walk that process of healing. But what do we need to do for ourselves in order to begin our own healing process? So this morning, every morning, Monday morning rituals, I burn herbs. And I burn herbs for specific things and specific reasons. And this morning, I'm burning some herbs for healing energy. So I'm going to just show you what I'm burning this morning. And my charcoal is still, I think it's still hot here. Yeah, it's still hot. So this morning, I'm burning a couple of different herbs this morning for healing. The first one I'm burning is fennel seed. And fennel seed is a powerful seed that invokes the energy of healing. And so fennel seed, and it smells wonderful. It actually smells real sweet. It's a real sweet smell. It actually reminds you a little bit of licorice. And so I'm thanking the ancestors for being here this morning, for being present in this space. And we ask them to be able to help us invoke the healing energy that is within us. And this healing energy that's within us for us. And so my prayer and my invocation to the ancestors this morning, the honoring, is with fennel seed this morning. I also have a little allspice this morning, allspice seeds. And allspice is also used for healing. And so my seed is trying to fall off my charcoal there, but it also has a really spicy smell to it. And we want to invoke the energy of healing around us in our atmosphere this morning, so that healing is among us. And healing is a process, okay? It is a process. So we got to take the necessary steps to begin our own self-healing. So I just looked up the definition of what is healing. And so healing is not necessarily a cure. So people expect that when they, invoke the energy of healing, that it's supposed to happen right now. It's supposed to have immediate results. And you're supposed to get it right now. Sometimes that occurs. And I really believe that when that does occur, that the process has already begun, and that we have availed ourselves and have accepted that healing has come forth for us. Like it is here. Like we're in that position of submitting to the healing process, allowing healing to come forth. And so, it can happen sometimes very quickly, or what we have experienced for it to happen rather fast, but healing is a process. It really is. And so I looked up the definition of healing, and healing is a process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. And that is what healing is about. Healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. And the key word here is process. Okay, the process of. And so in a process, there's some things that have to be done in order for healing to take place. There's a process. You have to do some things. So if you're desiring healing in your life, there are some things that you will need to do in order to invoke that healing to come forth. And so even when we're doing ritual around our own healing process, we have to believe and be intentional about our healing. What do we need to do in that process of healing? And so I wanted to just kind of share my own experience with you this morning. When I turned 50 in March, I went to the doctor to go get my checkup, and I kind of had an idea that there were some things going on that, you know, definitely needed to be checked out, and I needed to find out about. So went to the doctor, had some blood work done, and then I got a letter in the mail that, you know, the blood work came back and there were some issues. And so I needed to see the doctor again about these issues. And the first thing, you know, that came to my mind was like, oh God, what's going on? You know, I've really never been a sick person. I never had a lot of illnesses. And when I did, I always recognized that there was some kind of emotional attachment to it. It was something that was going on in my life that I was dealing with some very high stress situations. And so my body always responds to stress physically, always has. But for the most part, I had never really had a chronic illness. And so when I went back to the doctor and they checked me out, I had a diagnosis of diabetes, being diabetic. And so that kind of just knocked me for a loop, because I thought that I was really, you know, paying attention to my eating habits and things of that sort. There was times that, you know, of course, I wasn't always on track with my eating or exercise and that sort of thing. So the first thing that I had to deal with was, what is my life going to look like now? Like what I need to do to change things. And the first thing that, you know, I remember doing is sitting there kind of upset, because I was like, well, man, I should have done this and I should have done that, and I could have done this better, you know, and just feeling such heavy energy of guilt and shame around it. And I had to release that. I heard Spirit say, you know, this is another opportunity for you to begin to take the necessary steps to love yourself even more, like to love yourself in a deeper way, and to begin to make the choices, being conscious. Conscious is the key. Conscious of your choices that you make now. And so it took a minute. It took a minute, because again, remember, healing is a process. So it took a minute for me to get my thoughts and my emotions together around, now things are really have to change. They have to change. If I'm going to live and live a healthy life, I have to change some things. I have to go through this process of healing. And so once I became, you know, open to it, open to the process, I began to make some changes. A couple of times I fell off the boat, There were, moments that, I fought back, was resentful that I had this diagnosis. And, I did what I wanted to do. But in the end, it was like, are you truly loving yourself? Are you truly invoking the energy of healing for yourself that you need today? Like, what do you need to do so you can live? And is living more important to you than you having those things, or not paying attention to what you're putting inside of your body? And so it's an ongoing process. Every day I get up, I have to choose, what am I going to feed my body with this morning? How am I going to nourish my spirit today? How am I going to begin to manage my stress better? Dropping off worry, those kinds of things. It's just so important that we do the necessary work to begin to heal ourselves. And so today's ritual is about self-healing. It's about self-healing. It's so easy for us to go out and give others advice and tell people what they need to be doing for themselves. But we definitely, when we are sharing out that kind of medicine, it is imperative that we are taking our own medicine. So it's physician heal thyself. That's a very powerful, powerful scripture about physician heal thyself. You cannot help others even begin to do the healing for themselves and that energy be present if you're not doing the healing work for yourself. It's just, you're just talking. You're just saying, okay, this is what I heard that you need to be doing. These are the things that you need to put into place. And that's fine, well and good if you're coming from an expert, perspective. But if you're not taking the time to truly do your own healing work, then the energy that you're putting out of the lack of experience in that space, you're not going to have compassion for others. You have to have that compassion for yourself. You have to hold space for yourself as you're going through your own process. It's so important. I wouldn't give up this journey for anything, because it does make me accountable and responsible for my own healing. And so this week, think about what you need in your life right now. What do you need to begin healing, your own self-healing? If you're going through some emotional experiences right now, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break and come back inside of yourself. A lot of times we are so outside of ourselves. We're already in somebody else's experience or somebody else's situation. We're trying to help family members. We're trying to, do what we need to do at work to keep our jobs. And so, we're being stretched, so thinly, so that when it comes to us, we're not available to our own self. Okay. And a lot of times those outside experiences can become distractions to keep us from looking at ourselves, to keep us from doing the necessary healing work that we need to do within. And so are you drawing to you more situations and experiences than you can handle, and they become distractions to your own self-healing? Is that happening for you? You have to pay attention to it. Our bodies, this physical body is limited. Our spirits are infinite, but this physical body has limitations. And we have to know our own boundaries around our physical limitations. We're limited in these physical bodies. And so we want to make sure that we are honoring the temple within. And so with that, this week, I ask that you just allow yourself to just connect to what do you need to do today to just begin your healing process. Don't bombard your mind with 15 different things. Just pick one thing this week that you need for yourself to begin healing. Do you need to begin to allow yourself to go through a grieving process? You know, do you need to allow ask someone to hold space for you while you go through this process? You know, what is it that you need for yourself today? What is it that you need for yourself today? So what I would like you to do this week, if you can get, let's see if we can, here we go. All right. So this is just a regular white candle. Some places may call it a 7-day candle. They usually burn somewhere between 5 to 6 days. But anyway, nonetheless, you can get one of these candles at the dollar store. So just a candle encased in glass. Okay. Go ahead and you can cleanse your candle. So you can use like a little salt water and you want to cleanse your candle. Okay. And so this is your self-healing candle. You are doing a candle ritual for your own healing process. Okay. So what you're going to do is get a marker. So you're going to have your a marker and begin to write on your candle what you desire for your healing. So you can put your name on the candle. So it's Dory and healing, my healing candle. So for my healing, I desire to make sure that my blood sugar levels are lowered. You know, my resting blood sugar levels, fasting blood sugar levels are normal. I want to make sure that I am eating well. So eating well. Exercising. And I'm going to spend with my candle every morning when I wake up. I'm going to spend about 3 to 5 minutes meditating with this candle lit. And so every single day, I want you to visit this candle, your candle, light your candle in the morning, go ahead and sit in meditation and allow yourself the experience of your own healing process. So this white candle, white is representing healing. You're going to sit your candle somewhere where every morning you will be able to light this candle and sit in your own healing process. And then this is your ritual to help open the portals to your healing, so that this way you become conscious and your intentions are out in the universe, so that this way you can begin your healing process, so that this way you can connect to the resources that you need to begin healing. So it's really, really important that you sit for 2 to 3 minutes. You know, if you can do a little longer in your meditation, that's fine. Light your candle. Once you're done with your meditation, you can go ahead. I don't want you to blow the candle out, because when you blow the candle out, you're done with your ritual. What you want to do, because this is a weekly ritual, you're going to snuff your candle out. Just go ahead and, you know, you can put something on top of it and snuff the candle out. And then the next morning, you get up. Before you go out, you're going to take, 3 to 5 minutes with yourself and sit in meditation with your candle, your healing candle. This is your self-healing candle, okay? And in that moment, you open yourself up to be able to hear the messages from the ancestors on what you need today. What do I need today to begin my self-healing? and to have compassion for myself in my healing process. Okay? So this is your self-healing candle. So go ahead and when you do that this week, just be sure to journal your experience with that. And then take the steps. When you hear the messages about what you need to do, then begin to take the necessary steps. Okay, the ancestors are moving stuff around in here this morning. Begin to take the necessary steps to do what it is that you're hearing Spirit tell you to do. It's imperative. Okay? So, all righty. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to now pull a ancestor wisdom message this morning. So I have my messages here. I got to learn how to work this camera. Okay, so here's my messages here. So we want to sit and just meditate on the intention that you desire this morning. Meditate on the intention you desire this morning. We're asking the ancestors to give us a divine message this morning, to provide the words that we need today to do what it is that we need to do, to show up for us, and to direct and guide us on this journey to our own self-healing. And so we ask that the message that comes forth today allows us to open our hearts, open our minds, and become available to doing the work. Okay. All right. Okay, so this message this morning, this ancestor wisdom this morning. You are in a transformation process, and it hasn't been easy. Remember, the fire always refines and transforms by the light and heat. You have come through like gold. Know that your tenacity, staying grounded, and keeping your eye on the real prize has brought you through. It is now time for you to take some deep cleansing breaths and release. Find some time to retreat, relax, and rejuvenate. You did that, Queen. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that's our ancestor wisdom today. I'll make sure that I post this message on my page as a reminder this week for your self-healing ritual. So I thank you all this morning. I bless your week, that your week will be blessed with creative energy, that your week is blessed as you serve others. Remember to be compassionate to yourself and to be patient and loving and kind to others. There's a lot that we're all going through. And some of us are having some serious issues dealing with the energies that are, in the atmosphere right now. And so just take the time to give someone a little bit of light this morning, a little bit of love. You don't know what it will do for that person. You can save someone's life today. And just giving them just a little bit of energy that they need to keep push forward, to keep going. Okay, so I thank you all for joining me this morning with Monday Morning Rituals, and I hope this ritual will help you this week with reconnecting to yourself and giving yourself what you need to be able to begin your own healing process. So peace and blessings, family. Have a beautiful Monday, beautiful week. Blessings.